Hey everyone, welcome to my conservation headquarters. Today, I want to take you behind the scenes of what it really takes to research and monitor one of the most elusive animals on the African continent, the leopard. From tracking using hounds, to darting, to the safe capture and collaring of these animals, every single step is a vital part of protecting this incredible species. Collars are an amazing tool. They allow us to really learn about the animal's movements and its habits and its habitat preferences. And the more we can learn about these animals, the better we can conserve them. So join me on this epic adventure in Zambezi Delta's Katada 11 as we dart and collar a female leopard. Leopards are fascinating predators, certainly one of the most beautiful large cats, and known for their incredible tree climbing ability. But their secretive nature makes them a challenge to both research and to conserve. We're in a very, very remote part of Mozambique. We're in Katada 11, the Zambezi Delta ecosystem. And the reason we're coming here is because this is an incredibly vibrant and healthy part of the world. I'm going to be meeting Willem de Breeslo, who manages the lion population and does the leopard research. And I'm very keen and interested to find out from him, how do you even count leopards? How do you follow leopards and monitor them? They're the most secretive animal possibly in the whole of Africa. And they live in these incredibly dense environments. You can just see.
The goal of this project is to try and collar and recollar leopards in the Zambezi Delta. And so with that, our aim is to monitor the spatial movements of leopards in this landscape. It's an open system, so it's completely unfenced. And we would like to understand more about what the population is doing, how they interact, how they move. And we can also pick up breeding events, things like that as well. This is actually one of the collars that was on one of our leopards for around about 8 months. So right at the top here, you've got the GPS unit, and along the side here is a VHF antenna, which allows us to track them in the field. And at the bottom here is the battery unit, which powers the whole collar.
That's amazing to think that just this can give you so much data, eh?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And the hard part is getting this on the cat.
This is our other second most important tool that we use, camera traps. So with this, you've got the infrared that sits right on top, which allows us to take photographs at night. In the middle here is the camera, and at the bottom is the sensor, which picks up the movement of the animal as they're walking past the camera trap. So this is the female that we aim to recollar. As you can see, she's got a collar on her. And this photograph was actually taken about a month ago. So she's still in the area, still utilizing her home range.
And is that the same area that she was collared in originally?
Yeah, so this photograph was taken right about 2 kilometers from where she was initially collared. So it's pretty close.
So it shows that the collaring is not such a big event it's going to make them change territories.
No, not at all.
Oh, well, that's cool. And some of the drugs they use, I'm sure, give them a bit of amnesia as well. They don't really remember what happened. And so I think that it's obviously not fun to first get a collar on, but the amount of data and the amount of conservation that can come out of it's very worthwhile.
Leopard research in general is difficult because as a species, it's very elusive. So finding them is really tricky.
How do you put a collar on the most secretive predator that walks this planet? Well, in an environment like this, there's only one way to do it. And that's with a specialized pack of hounds. Once Willem introduced me to some of the tools used to track and monitor the leopards, it was time to learn how to safely capture one in order to remove and replace her collar. This is a challenging and sometimes dangerous task, which is why knowledge and preparation are absolutely essential. Before we head out, we must practice for what is potentially the most dangerous part of the capture, catching the leopard in the net once it falls from the tree, to break her fall and contain her should she wake up from the impact.
So we need to pull a little bit up, and we need to lean against each other. And then as soon as the cat comes in, we bring it up, and I will grab it like this.
Yeah. Great. It's always an exciting time as you first drive out of camp. You have a tracker on the front of the car that's going to be looking for the tracks. Well, we've got a nice track here. It's a female leopard that's on top of our tracks from earlier this evening, so we know it's less than a couple of hours old. So with a little bit of luck, these hounds are going to actually pick it up. Conrad and his team are fitting GPS collars onto the hound before we open the truck and get them on the scent. The use of telemetry helps locate the leopard, and the team checks the signal along with the dog's GPS collar data as we get closer to the cat. You know, what's difficult here is the hounds strike and then they go for a little while, then they stop, and then they strike and they go for a little while and they stop. And you know, one thing you have to remember is that it takes a bit of vegetation to actually hold the scent. When it's open ground, like the middle of the sand forest, these open patches just don't hold the scent. And so, you know, they'll strike and they'll start to go when they get into the brush where the cat has pushed through the bush. But When they're on these open patches, there's no hope, so it makes it really, really difficult.
This female leopard that we hope to capture tonight has been collared for almost 2 years and has provided immensely valuable data. We need to replace the collar before the battery expires, otherwise we may never find her again.
We've got the leopard right here in this tree. It's very, very difficult to see.
Now we are preparing the combination so that we can dart the leopard up there.
We're 3 minutes in, the dart's gone in beautifully. We're just hoping that we can catch this leopard before it hits the ground.
So Conrad and Willem are now going to go up the tree and try and help each other up because it's a very difficult tree to climb and she's very, very high.
Perfect.
Come on, let's go, guys. Let's go.
Take the net off, take the net off. Okay, what we're doing is we're just removing the old collar. Dave has got the new collar ready. Well, finally, we got the cat out of the tree. We managed to catch her in the net, but she was half awake. Ignacio did a fantastic job of getting a top up into her. We managed to take the old collar off, and we're just getting this new collar on. And soon she'll be back on her way and continue to be a valuable part of this project.
We darted that leopard female. Now we are giving a little drip so that we can hydrate the female. She is good now. And we are deploying a collar. In a couple of minutes we'll reverse.
I'm just about to take a biopsy sample of this leopard that we just captured. The biopsy sample helps us to identify what the genetic makeup is of the leopards in the Zambezi Delta population.
Well, the leopard's safe, the people are safe. A few tense moments there, but all's well that ends well. We're just going to do some measurements and then wake her up and let her go.
Well done, guys. A successful evening, eh?
Good job.
Well, we're about to give the reversal and make our way out before she wakes up because a leopard wakes up absolutely mad and it's just not safe to be close by when she wakes up. Here we go. Thank you. Good stuff, eh?
Good job.
Not one bit of this could happen without the entire team, the team of scientists, the vets, the houndsmen, working extremely well together. And so, really, when you look at it, researching a secretive animal like a leopard, it takes somebody like Willem, as dedicated as this man is, and the whole team behind him to catch these leopards, to put the collars on so he can understand more, so we can do better conservation. And this is what it takes to conserve the most secretive predator on the planet. This was just a small glimpse into one aspect of what it takes to conserve the leopard, one of the most elusive animals in Africa. Willem and his team have a huge database of both leopard and lion research, and each individual needs to be tracked, collared, and monitored in order to be protected and in order for him to learn about the next steps of conservation. This is no easy task, but it's essential for the survival of both species. I hope you guys enjoyed this video that highlights the incredible work being done by Zambezi Delta Conservation in Katada 11, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.